Hello, it's Zofia Mazur again, and in this video I will cover God view, the one that I was promising you long time ago. It's not easy one to cover, but I will try to give you as much simplicity in understanding as possible, because I truly believe that we overcomplicate all the time our life unnecessary. Why? Because we don't know any better. And when we start to understand that simplicity has its own power, then you will know that I don't have to overcomplicate things. I will try them in that simple way, simple understanding, even though it's not simple. But if I allow myself to understand in that simplicity, and I will try this on, then I will see what's gonna happen. So I have that courage to do it, right? Because that's the level when I allowing myself to go farther, to discover more about myself and how I can experience my life. So the God view is absolutely related to my level of understanding of consciousness. What is consciousness? It's the level of my understanding, what's going on around, and how much do I understand what I am. I truly know, or I am on the way to discover, because it's better to just know that there is much more to know about myself, and you must know that if you let yourself to be stuck in your mind and not to be on the way of discovery what you are, somebody will use you and abuse you. And that's always the way. And all the troubles that we see right now, what is going on right now in the world, it is because most people are stuck somewhere here, and they are used and abused by others. They know about programming our mind. They know that they can push people to the corner, that they can keep people in fear and keep them as long as they won't become aware. Because there is something in us that there is like a point until I cannot stand any situation anymore, and I will revolt. That's the revolutions. All revolutions are all about. But from that history, we also see that revolution it's not warranty for better. Absolutely not, because I'm still stuck somewhere. So I'm still not able to choose right leaders. So with that fully understanding about our consciousness, what it is, our consciousness, and those levels that we develop because we have consciousness. We could not be developed without consciousness, but we are developing that understanding. So more you developing yourself and understanding that your consciousness can connect with many levels, but with that understanding, then you have power over your mind. Mind is like a tool for consciousness, right? So I don't want to be stuck in my mind because somebody programmed me, or I programmed myself because I was unconscious. I will talk about it more until you will understand fully. We are more than our mind. We are more than those programs that we put to our mind. We absolutely more. We can refuse to follow those programs if they are not beneficial. and we can expand on the one that are beneficial and helping me to grow and understand more for my benefits. If benefits are in that right understanding of mine, believe me, benefits are for others automatically. So how we can only view God when we are in shame? There is so much shame, suppressed and repressed, and how can I see God? So my only possible way to see God is despising that God is despising. There is not even awareness that God of God's existence. No, God does not exist. That's the understanding when I'm in shame. In guilt, my God view is that God is vindictive. Vindictive. It's a hard word for me to pronounce. Vindictive. So when I have a lot of guilt, that's the way I can only see and understand God. When I am in apathy, my understanding, that is that God is condemning. That's the only way, because I have so much. So if I let myself to let go of those energy, then I will be able to see differently, right? So we're gonna go further. If there is so much suppressed and repressed grief in us, that's the only way. Disdainful. That's God is disdainful. That's the idea. That's I can only see because it's so much energy of grief. If there is so much fear suppressed and repressed in me, how can I see God? Punitive. That's the only way. When I have so many desires, what God does to me is denying. So God is viewed as a denying because I want so many things, and why I don't have them? Because God doesn't want to give it to me. So it's denying. In anger, God is vengeful. In pridefulness, indifferent. Oh, there is no God. I am God, right? I can do everything on my own. That's the pridefulness. That's the dangerous place to view God. If you have so much energy of pridefulness, suppressed and repressed, and you don't understand that part in yourself, the possibility that that person can become dangerous, when that person will have more power over people, that person with that pridefulness, and there is no God for that person, and that person becomes God. So it's a very, very dangerous place to be, and very dangerous for other people to be under the power of that person. In courage, it is like changing the view of the world and God as well. God is permitting. So God permits me to do things, and I say I can. Oh, there is a permission. I can do it. That's the understanding, proper understanding in that energy. If I able to say, oh, I can. It's not that God is denying. No, I can. I will find a way how I can get those things or get this position. In neutrality, God is enabling. So I'm able. If I didn't get the job that I was dreaming to have, I'm okay. In that level of energy, of understanding, I know that I will find another one. So I'm able to find another one. It's it's a marvelous place to be, right? And in willingness, my view of God is inspiring, because I'm inspired. I have so much optimism in life. Where that optimism is coming from? I just, wow. So God is permitting, enabling, inspiring. So my view of God is changing because I'm in different energy. I am allowing myself to experience my life differently. I am allowing. In acceptance, my God, God that I want to define is merciful. I learned how to forgive, and I'm learning how to forgive myself and others. So it's like, wow, it's easier. It's easier. I don't have to be hateful. I know that hateful anger connected to anger, it's so heavy. I don't wanna carry that heaviness. I rather to be here, forgive myself and others. In reason, God is wise. I'm able to recognize wise people, and I trying to learn from them, because my understanding is that wiser I am, it's better my life gonna be. That's the understanding of mine. When I'm here, God is loving. There's not the other way. I love others and God loves me. That's the understanding. You don't battle with God anymore because your understanding is like that. From your experience, you experience all levels of consciousness, and you are here. Enjoy. We're all one. In peace, everything is like aliveness, and I love that. So those levels from love and above are very high levels of consciousness, and it's not, I have to be honest, they're not easily attainable. But you don't have to be that worried that you are not there. I would put my work to be here, and I would put my work on letting go of those levels of consciousness. When you learn how to let go of negativity from me, then my consciousness, understanding will grow. I will allow myself to change my life for better. So that's the work, that's the daily work you will have to do. That's why we are here. That's the meaning of life. And if you get honest, I don't want to say lucky, because it's not luck, it's just the honesty. If you start to be honest with yourself, you will get there. You will get there. Start to read classical books. Start to listen classical music. It will help you to develop your brain, because our brain is like a mechanical and needs to be developed. If you put right stuff there, then you're gonna get back right stuff. But if you want to spend that time on education yourself, not always schools will push you into right direction, and we have a proof right now, 2021, 22, not one, it's already 2022. So schools lost their path as well. See, we have to be awakened all the time. We have to. That's the only way. I will find my way to be awakened. I just hope that you will use that map of consciousness for your own benefits. That's my hoping. Because if you want to change the world without understanding what you are, you will mess up again, like many activists. Yeah, they only to change the world, but they don't want to change themselves. They're still here. They're hungry for power, pridefulness. I'm better than you, right? That's what they have in their minds. So their mind is not developed yet. They didn't allow themselves to be developed yet. So don't let leaders not developed to push you down, back to the corner, to square one. Don't let. If there is a time to stand up, stand up. You can do it peacefully. It doesn't have to be fight. Because if we want to stand up peacefully, then the only option will be to fight, and fight not always ends up well for those that are fighting. Revolutions, all revolutions prove that. So work on yourself. More of us will work on ourselves. More good stuff will be in this world, because that's the power. We are going to influence others, not because we want to influence, but that's the automatic. If we change ourselves, automatically we bring that energy, that good energy that people are want to be around us and learn from us. Like attracts like. So what do you want to become like? I know some people are using that phrase, but they're still here, right? Because some are maybe lower and they still hungry for power. So you have to be awakened. You have to be awakened, and you will stop hate God, because you will understand that there is nothing to hate. I hate myself, right? The hate is my anger. It's my personal problem. I have personal problem with God. So if you grow in your consciousness in understanding that you have that ability to develop your consciousness, your understanding, right? Because you have consciousness, so you can grow in your understanding. If you have that ability, why not? Why not to use it? Because you don't know, you still don't know what it is your potential. You still don't know. And I don't know as well. So I'm pushing myself. It's like a lightly push. Happy push. I'm happy to be here. I am happy to share that stuff with you. Because some of you, I know that it will take it and use it, right? Because some of you just want to change life for better. Is it true? Is it you? I hope it is you, because you are watching. That's probably what I wanted to share in this video. So please rewatch the one with all the levels, with explanation of those levels of consciousness. Just become the master of your emotional side. Become that master. And then nobody will own your mind, because the owner is here watching.